I want to start out by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah means bless you. Yahweh is the name of our Heavenly Father, who the world England calls God. And Yahweh Shai is the name of our blessed great King, who the world England calls Jesus Christ. All right, and then sit down. Oh, and I also want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutation to my fellow laborers. And Yahweh Shai pushing his truth across the four winds. And then sit down, man. I'm going to talk about the state of the earth and creation and how it's connected to the children of Israel. Like when you look at that movie, the Avatar, you notice how the Avatar was connected to the land. They were connected to the animals and so on and so forth. All right, they got the inspiration from that movie off the scriptures, because when you go in the scriptures, you see when Adam fell, the earth fell, the animals fell, and that could be proven through the scriptures. So when you look at all these desert, dry places, and you look how these animals are ferocious, all right, you look at how Adam. The human beings on the earth are not as healthy and tall and strong as they used to be. All that happened from when creation fell, because the scriptures say everything was created for him and by him and for him. So when he fell as Adam, everything else fell. Okay, our great King. And our great King, we're connected to him. We are joint heirs with him. All right, he created us, so we are part of him. All right, he that sanctified and them are sanctified of one. So when we fell, all of creation fell. All right, and when our great King come back to turn things right side up, all of creation is going to prosper again. Grapes is going to take 2 men to carry grapes again. All right, we going to start growing 8 foot, 10 feet tall again and living a full day. Okay, we're going to start living way past 100 years. So, I mean, wisdom and knowledge has been bestowed back onto the elect in these last days, seconds, and time. Lord willing, we're in that number. And we're starting to understand what was taken from us. Our heritage is given back to us. And he said, I will send you the spirit to put everything back into your remembrance. So all of this knowledge we had in ancient time past is coming back to us. And, you know, we freely it's been given to us. Freely we've received it. Freely we give it. So I'm going to start right here in Genesis, the 3rd chapter. Start at the 17th verse. And Adam, he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow thou shalt eat it all the days of thy life. All right, so the Most High cursed the ground. He cursed the animals. He cursed everything when we fell in the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden was perfection. All right? When you read, let me go over to the last verse in the 2nd chapter. That's the 1st chapter. All right, this is Genesis 1:31. And Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was good. And even in the morning with the 6th day. So everything was perfect. When the Most High say good, that's perfection. All right, so everything was perfect in the Garden of Eden. All right, the animals were at peace with each other. You didn't have a predator and a prey. Okay, the Garden of Eden was didn't have no desert and barren lands. It was all a thriving metropolis, a oasis, a paradise. Okay, but all of that changed when we fell. And I'm gonna give an example about the animals. This is Isaiah. Where you at, brother? Isaiah 65. Around the last. I'm gonna start at verse 24. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. And that's how our Heavenly Father was when we were in the Garden of Eden. They say Adam talked to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai when he walked in the cool of the day. We were able to we had those extraterrestrial bodies in the Garden of Eden, and we were able to be in the Most High's presence. All right? We can't be in his presence right now in these earthen vessels. We'll die. His power, his majesty is just too great for us to be in his presence. All right, so we trying to get back into that state where we were when we were the sons of God. All right, when we were great men of renown, man. when we were in unison in perfect harmony with the heavens and the earth, the tree of life, so on and so forth. All right. The wolf and the lamb shall feed together. And that's how they were in the Garden of Eden. The wolf wouldn't overtake the lamb and have to eat the lamb so it could survive. All right. And the lion shall eat straw like the bullock. The lion wasn't looking for the oxen and the gazelle to eat to survive. All right. They dwelt together in perfect unity. All right. It wasn't no war in the Most High's holy mountain. They got another scripture where it says it's not going to be no bloodshed in the Heavenly Father's holy mountain in the kingdom of heaven. All right. And the dust shall be the serpent's meat. The cobra is not going to use venom to subdue its prey. All right. Have a vicious bite. The python is not going to be suffocating animals so it can survive. Okay. They're going to eat the dust of the ground. They shall not hurt and destroy in all my holy mountain, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Awashai. See, it's not going to be no killing in Yahweh Ba'ashem Awashai holy mountain unless we doing that to the nations. All right, that first full day. Unless we knocking their asses off and doing them as they did us. But aside from that, and when we go past that 1,000 years when those nations have to do their bid, I mean, there ain't gonna be no murder and the animals slaying each other and people, the nations having war against one another. It's gonna be straight perfection and straight harmony. Okay. Now I'm gonna bring out this excerpt to show that those damn gutter rats in Israel, man, they're imposters, man. Okay? They're fucking imposters. All right? In fact, let me get another precept. I'm going to give you one of these milk and honey scriptures. All right? Guess I'll start right here. This is Exodus 3 and 8. And I came down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians and bring them out into a good land. All right? A good land is not a desert, a barren place where you barely have water. All right? Where beautiful plants, exotic plants don't grow, where only desert animals live. That's not a good land, okay? And bring them up into the land, a good land, and a large and land flowing with milk and honey. All right, when you look at Israel this day and time, it's not a land. Milk and honey just is a representation of good and sweet things. All right, prosperity. All right, a prosperous land, a thriving metropolis. All right, a fruitful land. That's what milk and honey represents. All right. You can't get milk. An animal brings for a goat brings for milk. A cow brings for milk. What does he need? He needs green vegetation to eat. A cow, you put a cow in the Sahara, he's going to be died within a day. If you put a cow in the Sahara in the desert of Israel right now, he's going to be dead within a day. There's no water. There's no green vegetation for him to eat. All right. Bees, the way honey is made, bees need what? They need flowers. They need pollen. They need a fruitful field. Okay? So our Heavenly Father didn't bring us out of Egypt to bring us in a state what Israel is right now. And I'm going to show what Israel is right now. This is this is touristisrael.com. And let's see what the majority of Israel is right now. It's a fucking desert. That lets you know that those children, those children of the devil are not the original Israelites of antiquity. All right? They are imposters. This is the Negev Desert. Israel Negev Desert is pure magic. All right? And it's the devil doing his witchcraft and sorcery, glorifying that barren land right now, the defiled land, and what we just read in the book of Genesis, that cursed land, because that's how it is while he's there. He makes evil look good and good look evil. That's what he do, okay? Covering over half of Israel's total land area. The half of the Israel land total land area is desert, okay? And it's more than that. It's actually more than that, okay? So our Heavenly Father is not a liar. Let every man be a liar, and Yahweh Shema shall be the truth. If he say, I'm bringing you in a fruitful land of milk and honey, okay, That means that land is going to be prosperous. It's not going to be a fucking desert, okay? The Negev desert is fascinating and an enchanting place. Ain't nothing fascinating about a fucking desert, man. All right? But this the devil and his semantics and his Jedi mind tricks. Especially for those not familiar with desert landscapes. Who wants to be familiar with a desert landscape? Nothing's majestic about a desert landscape. All right? But this the devil we dealing with. Okay? While there is a lot you can see for yourself, the best way to discover the desert is for the day with a guide on a tour. This is modern day Israel. Was thou to the untrained eye, to the miles of desert, all look the same. Look a little deeper, and every rock formation, hill, or mound of earth has its own unique story. Man, the only unique story about a fucking devil is dry. It's hard for life to live there, and if you live there, life is hard. All right? Nobody in their right fucking mind will want to live in the fucking desert, man. Life is hard. It's grueling. All right? It's cursed. It's cursed land, man. Nothing can grow there. It's cursed land. All right? The Negev Desert, while largely unpopulated, that just validated my point. How is it majestic and great if it's unpopulated? Israel has a representation for making the desert green, and fertile Israel coast for making the desert green. That's when the original happens there. When the original heavens are there and we're in good estate with the Most High, it's a thriving metropolis. It's an oasis. It's a blessing upon the earth. All right? Slowing, creeping southwards, and the desert being reclaimed, making the Negev Desert the world's only desert, which is reserving the global trend of desertification. And this is a lie. That's not happening while these devils are over there. They import palm trees. They import grass. All right? They have to dig and import water and shit for it to look like something over there. The Negev Desert is not at all devoid of life, however, as well as the Nodemic Bedouins who have lived here for centuries traditionally live in temporary accommodation and moving seasonally along with their livestock, which can be experienced with Bedouin hospitality experience. There are flourishing modern Israelite communities who have found harmony with their desert surroundings. All right, and when Israel come back to we about to cut that shit up and show that the thriving Israelites that's going to come back are not going to be living in the fucking desert. We're going to be living in the oasis, a metropolis. It's going to be a paradise. All right, it's going to be tropical, okay? That's the land full of milk and honey, not the shit we're reading about right now. It's all lies, okay?
When people vanish while migrating in Africa, it's nearly always a disappearance so absolute it's as though they never existed. Each year, tens of thousands of people migrate across the continent, fleeing violence or economic hardship. To get north, many cross through Niger and the Sahara. The dangers they face are everywhere. With temperatures soaring to nearly 120 degrees Fahrenheit, the Sahara kills quickly. The heat is so intense, it can shrivel bodies. Sandstorms can knock vehicles carrying migrants perilously off course. If they don't have enough water, they can die from dehydration. This past summer, the AP reported on Algeria dumping African migrants into this treacherous terrain, leaving them to fend for themselves. Janet Kamara was one of them.
Miscarriage, the same thing in her. We lost our baby. Our baby was killed. Women were lying dead, men, because there's no water, no food, starvation, children, kids, and all. Other people got wounded. Other people got missing in the desert because they didn't know the way.
No one will ever know for sure how many have died making the crossing. The Sahara leaves little evidence behind.
You see, and that goes to show, man, these devils, they are wicked. And that clip is glorifying the desert, man. The desert, people die. No one wants to live there. There's no water. It's thirst. It's just you're just thirsty in a dry place, okay? And but I used that clip because the Sahara is gonna be what it originally was, man. The Sahara, you can look at the sand. It was a oasis, man. That place was covered in water, man. It was tropical. All right, a few islands might pop out that motherfucker when our great king come back. That's gonna be full of water, and I'm gonna go through some scriptures to show that. But the literal earth is gonna get back in its proper state when the men of the Lord get back in their proper state, their proper estate. All right, so I'm gonna go to Isaiah, the 32nd chapter. Forgot where that precept at, but I will find it. All right. Where's that precept? Here we go. I'm going to start at verse 13. Isaiah 32 and 13. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars. All right. And the reason the thorns and briars come up on the land of our people, when we fall, the Most High make everything fall around us. All right. When we're in good estate, well nourished spiritually, all right, and in good case spiritually, the land around us is in good case spiritually. All right. It's not going to be thorns and briars. It's going to be palm trees. All right. It's going to be palms. All right. It's going to be fruitful Kentucky-like looking grass. Okay. It's just going to be greenery, pineapples, coconuts, papayas. Okay. But when we're in bad estate, when we transgress, our spirituality is malnourished. Our bodies become malnourished, and everything around us become malnourished. All right. Yeah, upon all the houses, joy in the joyous cities, because the palaces shall be forsaken. The multitude of the cities shall be left. The forts and the towers shall be for dens forever. A joy of wild asses, a pastures of flocks. I mean, we lose our power, we lose our strongholds, we lose everything when we transgress against our Heavenly Father. Until the Spirit be poured upon us from on high. All right. The Spirit has been poured on the elect from on high right now. All right. The elect is getting raised up. The breath of life has been put on us. Once we get in our proper state and that finished product, when all this iniquity is purged from out of us, this leaven is purged from out of us, and we come out of that fire perfect, then the earth is going to, and our laws governing the earth, then the earth is going to switch up. The earth is going to come out of this dry place, this forsaken self, all these landslides, natural disasters. All right. The earth is going to be happy. It say when this devil is taken down that the trees are going to rejoice. Okay. So first, to show you this earth is connected to the men of the Lord likens him pouring his spirit on us into the land, man. And when he takes his spirit away, he likened us to thorns and thistles. All right. Until the Spirit be poured up on us from on high, and the wilderness be a fruitful field. All right, will that wilderness. You got to be spiritual. All right, when he's talking about human beings. All right, will that wilderness. But when the Spirit becomes upon us, all right, we're a fruitful. He likened us to a olive tree. All right, he likens us to a grapevine. Okay, we're an orchard. Okay. And the fruitful field shall be counted as a forest. That's talking about the children of Israel. That's talking about us. But when it happens to us, that's going to happen to the literal land. Then judgment shall dwell in the wilderness, and righteousness shall remain in the fruitful field. How can a tree be righteous? How can a land be righteous? The people of the land is righteous, okay? And the work of the righteousness shall be peace. All right? That means the animal's not going to fight no more. War is not going to be in this holy mountain no more. And everything is going to be in perfect harmony. And the effect of righteousness, quietness, and assurance forever. And my people shall dwell in a peaceful habitation. It's not peaceful over there in Israel. That's the most war-torn nation on the planet. Hezbollah is shooting fucking 100 to 500 fucking rockets in Israel every day. All right? And in sure dwellings. And in quiet resting places. All right? Half of the land ain't going to be a fucking desert when we go over there. Okay? All right? And I'm going to skip down. I'm going to read all of it. And my people should do it in verse 19. When in hell, coming down on the forest, and all the cities shall be in a low place. Blessed are ye that be beside all waters. Okay? And that water is talking about wisdom. All right? Wisdom is what quicken us. Wisdom is what giving us life. That send forth neither the feet of the ox and the ass. All right? A land full of milk and honey is the common denominator where an ass or an ox thrives. He needs water. He needs green vegetation. Okay? I'm going to skip over to Isaiah 35, and it reads, to show you these desert places in the earth, the Sahara, not the Serengeti, it got an off season and an on season, but like places like the Sahara, the other deserts of the earth. Israel is a fucking desert. All right, even that wilderness over there in Egypt, man, those places are going to be fruitful. Now, the places that's not going to be fruitful is the forbidden zone in America, and like whatever ghetto and place we put the Edomites and those other nations, where they are, the land going to be fucked up. But where we're in power and thriving, the earth is going to be glad, man. The wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for them. All right? Because the wilderness and the solitary place know when we thrive, it thrives. It's connected to us. We synchronize. And the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose. Roses don't live in the desert. This is talking about the literal desert. Okay? And it's talking about Israel. It's twofold. And it shall blossom abundantly. Roses are going to grow in the desert. Imagine that. What do you need? You need water. All right? You need fertile ground. You don't, not sand, fertile ground. Dark, black ground. Rich dirt. Okay? And rejoice even with the joy of singing. The glory of Lebanon shall be given unto it. The excellency of Carmel and Sharon. And they shall see the glory of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai and the excellency of our power. All right? So, when you read these scriptures, it's letting you know, man, the estate of the earth has everything to do with the estate of the Israelites. Straight up and down. All right? Strengthen you weak hands and confirm the feeble knees. That's talking about the elect. We are weak. We're in a downtrodden state, but the Most High is pouring the Spirit of us and we're getting strong. Okay? Say to them that are a fearful heart. It's talking about the elect. Because we ain't prophesying to no wicked niggas. No 2/3. Be strong, fear not. Behold, your power will come with vengeance, even the power with the recompense. And he will come and save you. We need to be saved from our enemies. All right? These chains of darkness. We need to be saved from these feeble bodies we're in. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. Then shall the lame man leap as an hart, and the tongue of the dumb singing. We talking about men, aren't we? We talking about righteous men, right? For in the wilderness shall the waters break out. You see what I'm saying? So the Most High is likening the wilderness and dry places to the children of Israel. And when the children of Israel get the spirit of the breath of life, then guess what? The wildernesses are going to break out with water. All right? And the streams in the desert. This is literal. The Most High is likening us to that desert. He's likening us to that wilderness. But that spirit of the wisdom is going to bring that life to us. And when we're in the proper state, the literal desert is going to start streaming again. The literal dry places are going to be oasis again. And the parched ground, Salaki, and the parched ground shall become a pool, and the thirsty land springs of water. And in the habitation of dragons, where each lay deserts, shall be grass with reeds and rushes. Okay? So these are the things going to happen when the kingdom of heaven is ushered in, man. Okay? These are the things that are going to happen, man. These dry places, the Sahara, Israel, so on and so forth, are going to become thriving metropolises. All right? And I got another one over here in Isaiah 41, man. I think it's around 15, 16. All right. Let me find this precept. I know it has one in Isaiah 41. Bear with me, Yasharala. Oh, this is Isaiah 40, Salakia. 41, wrong. Here we go. This is Isaiah 41 and 17. When the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, their tongue faileth for thirst. I, Yahweh, by Shema Shai, will hear them. The power of Israel will not forsake them. I will open rivers in high places, and fountains in the midst of valleys. And I will make the wilderness a pool of water, and the desert a land spring of water. This is literally going to happen. All right, and then you're going to have islands popping out of the earth. After this nuclear blast and all that nuclear war, that's going to fuck up the that's going to fuck up the Earth's ecosystem, man. And you know, a lot of heat and when volcanoes and shit erupt, they make islands and shit. All right. The Most High gonna have the angels to purify the air of all that fucking radiation. All right. So everything is gonna be done by design, man. I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittim tree, the myrtle, the oil tree. I will set in the desert the fire tree, and the pine and the box tree. The pine tree and the fir tree, they need water, man. They need water. All right? That you may see and know and consider the understanding together. And the hand of Yahweh Shema Shai done this. The Holy One of Israel have created it. That's how he created it to originally be. Okay? Produce your cause, saith Yahweh Shema Shai. Bring forth your strong reason, saith the King of Yahweh. But that's the point I wanted to convey, man. These dry places is connected. The earth is dry in a bad state. The animals are dry in a bad state because the children of Israel is dry in a bad state. But when the children of Israel flourish and wisdom controls the earth, all right, and wisdom is set forth, the earth gets in a greater state. In fact, got another precept. This is Ezekiel 47 and 1. It touches on that topic. I'm going to start at the top. Ezekiel 47 and 1. After he brought me again unto the door of the house, and behold, waters issue from the house. These waters is wisdom. Under the threshold of the house eastward. For the forefront of the house stood toward the east, and the waters came down from under the front of the right side of the house and the south of the altar. All right, these waters wisdom is gonna drench the whole planet. So liken these waters, all right, to wisdom. This was gonna happen on the whole planet. All right. Then brought me out of this way of the gate northward and led me about the without under the gate by the way that looked at eastward. And behold, there ran out waters on the right side. And when the man that had the line in his hand went forth eastward, and he measured the cubits and brought me through the waters, and they were to my ankles. All right. And when you read that line is a measuring stick. All right. Again, he measured 1,000 and brought me through the waters, and the waters were to the knees, and he measured 1,000 and brought me through, and the waters were through the loins, and he measured 1,000, and it was a river that could not pass over, for the waters were risen, waters to swim in, a river that could not be passed over. Man, Heavenly Father's wisdom is infinite, is infinite. It never stops. Even when we're in the kingdom 3,000 years, we still not going to be able to tip of the iceberg. In eternity, man, this is a story that's never going to end, man. The Most High is levels and levels we're going to go to, man. With the Most Yahweh Shema Shai, it would never be boring, man. And he said unto me, Son of man, thou hast seen this. Then he brought me and caused me to return to the brink of the river. Now, when I had returned, behold, at the bank of the river were many trees on that one and on the side of another. Then he said unto me, these waters issue out towards the east country, all right, and go down into the desert and go into the sea. This is wisdom, which being brought forth into the sea, the water shall be healed. All right, and the sea represents people. We know we read Revelation the 17th chapter, and the trees represent people. And it should come to pass that everything that liveth, which moveth, whatsoever the rivers shall come, shall live. And there should be a great multitude of fish, because these waters should come thither. All right. The Most High say he'll make us a fisher of men, for they shall be healed, and everything shall live whither the river coming. And it's talking about wisdom, man. The earth is just going to be bountiful, joyful, and fruitful when everything is turned right side up, man. So with that, Lord willing to sit down was edifying to the hearers. I want to give infinite honors to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And salutation to you sincere I can pushing this truth across the four winds. Kwam Yasharal.